welcome back to my channel. As I am nearing those final days in my third trimester, I thought it was about time that I came on and shared with you some of my third trimester essentials or favorites, things that you might find helpful or make you feel a little bit more comfortable as you get sort of heavier and more pregnant. I actually love the third trimester. I think it's probably my favorite. I love that feeling of just being so close to meeting your baby and it all becoming a little bit more real. So here are some of the things that I've been finding really helpful to make it even more enjoyable. I'm actually just going to dive straight in with, because there's quite a few things this time around. If you watched or have already watched my first trimester and second trimester favorites, which I will leave linked in the description box down below, you will know that they were quite minimal lists. But the first thing is things that I'm actually wearing and also what I'm sitting on. So that is my birthing ball, which I actually can't show you because again, I'm sitting on it. So apologies if I'm a little bit more bouncy than usual. I will make sure that I have my Amazon favorites, which is actually where I got this ball, linked down below, as well as the rest of the products that I'm going to be kind of talking about and things that have kind of been helping me get through. But a really robust, really appropriately fitted for your height birthing ball is huge. I actually started sitting on mine for work. Gosh, from about 20 weeks, honestly. As soon as I started to feel a little bit heavier, a little bit more discomfort, I actually just swapped out my normal sort of office seating for the birthing ball, and then same at night time, I would just sit watching TV on the birthing ball, either forward leaning on it or just sitting on it all together, and it's been a lifesaver. The other thing is what I'm wearing. So that is actually my shoes, which are my Birkenstocks, which I'm not going to show you because they are old and they are not cute. But while they're not cute or sexy or any of those things or fashionable at all, really, they are so comfy and so very handy in those final few weeks. Well, personally, I haven't dealt with much kind of edema or swelling. A lot of women do, and your shoe size can actually go up by 2 sizes in pregnancy, as relaxin and progesterone have that effect sort of on all of our body parts. Our feet are also included in that. Sometimes they actually don't go back down to size, which is quite interesting, but for me it's more so about ease. So just getting down to sort of tie shoelaces or buckles or anything fancy is just not an option. So having slip-on shoes has been a real lifesaver for me. So those are the two first things. The next one is something that I actually only bought in the last 2 weeks, and that is a new water bottle. This one isn't fancy, it's just that it's one of these little lids. As you can see, I haven't used it all that much, but it's a lot cuter than the other one, which is exactly the same. But it's been something that I've been reaching for a lot more as I get sort of, I've been waking up with similar sort of dry mouth that I had in my first trimester, but I thought it was about time that I got myself a new bottle. So this is almost exactly the same as the other one. It just doesn't have cute stickers that the kids have stuck all over it. So straw bottle, always a good idea. The last thing you want to be doing in labor as well is like trying to like sit up and drink from a cup. So being able to just slurp away and have your partner be able to assist you with that is a really nice idea. This is actually just from Tesco, so it's nothing fancy, but works really nicely. The next thing is something that actually I think was in my last favorites, but hadn't arrived yet. I had ordered a new one, and this is actually, no, I didn't order a new one. My friend had bought me a new one, and this is the little sort of wedge pillow or moon pillow. This literally snuggles in right underneath your bump. So as your bump starts to get much bigger and heavier, it can become really uncomfy when it comes to sleeping at nighttime. So this has been an absolute lifesaver, and you can use it kind of when you're lying on your side, or you can use it kind of in between your knees if it's a little bit more comfy to rest like that. And I love it. It's not huge. It's not one of these massive honky body pillows, so I'm definitely going to hang on to it for next time as well, and it's not going to take up too much space, which is nice. Again, I'll make sure I have this little pillow linked down below. The next one is not an essential, but it's the oil that I've actually chosen for this birth, and that is rose oil. So I talk a lot about essential oils in my my hypnobirthing courses, in my antenatal classes, and on my YouTube videos. And one of the things about the sort of the power of scent, aside from the aromatherapy, aside from, you know, the sort of the power of essential oils, is that certain scents bring you back to a place of calm or a place of whatever it reminds you of. So really lovely story. Before I go too off topic, one of my most recent clients, her grandmother, her granny, was one of the most sort of pivotal, wonderful, sort of calming, strong, empowering influences in her life. And prior to her birth, her granny wore her favourite sort of pashmina shawls or scarves, bundled them up she wore them like non-stop for like 2 weeks, bundled them up, put them in a sealed sandwich bag, and gifted them to this gorgeous client for her to either open up and sort of get a lovely waft of that smell of reassurance during labour, or to actually wear and sort of coat herself in that sense of strength. And so that was really lovely. So it doesn't necessarily have to be aromatherapy in terms of essential oils, but last time I used a combination of sort of lavender and jasmine in the early stages, and then clary sage as things kind of started amping up. But this time I've picked rose oil. It's sort of calling out to me. It's got a really sort of soothing, lovely soothing property, and helps with sort of keep helping you stay calm and grounded. And that's what I'm really hoping for this birth. I want not only an empowering birth experience, but I want to be a little bit more calm this time. So that's my goal. So I've actually been diffusing this. It is safe in pregnancy, so I have been diffusing this around the house a little bit, and you know, sort of trying to create a little bit of ceremony around it all, in the hopes that when I actually go into labour and I have that diffusing, that I'm going to be able to sort of maintain that sense of calm and relaxation. On the same note of calm and relaxation, my hubby got me these sweet little, they're not the Apple EarPods, but it's the same idea. So the little wireless headphones, and I have been listening to my hypnobirthing tracks every night just to get myself very, very much well and truly in the zone. If you're more, you want to learn a little bit more about how hypnobirthing works, why it is such a talked about thing at this day and age, then make sure and have a little look at my previous videos. I have a video in particular just explaining all about hypnobirthing, and that might be of interest to you. And if you want to get a little bit more education, please do check out my website, which I also will have linked down below, and you can buy my e-course and learn for yourself from the comfort of your own home. So 2 more things to go that have been really, really lovely. The next one, again, talking about getting baby in this sort of lovely position and comfort for me, is my Rebozo. This is actually my own one, so I generally will use a different one for clients, but this is a traditional Mexican Rebozo. It's woven material, so it's got no stretch to it, and it's really great for just sort of shuffling baby into a more optimal position, as well as relieving any of the tension around those sort of the ligaments at the front, and just a sort of lower back pain, and a really nice thing to do sort of in the evenings if you're feeling a little bit worn out. The last thing, again, lovely for back pain, has been this massive honky gizmo, which actually it's a back massager. Will I turn it on? I better do. It literally vibrates like that, and it is dreamy. I nearly brought this with me to the last birth that I attended, and then I sort of thought maybe that's a bit much, and maybe I should talk about this before just arriving with this big honky thing. But again, I actually got this on Amazon for my husband initially, but it has been fantastic. It's been so lovely, for getting into all of those sort of nooks and crannies, and also, you know, sort of a deep tissue massage takes a lot out of somebody, and this kind of takes away the work from it. So this has been really, really nice, even just for my neck, and just to kind of relax everything right down. The last thing that actually isn't here is it's a Lilo that I got with space for the tummy to go through. So I will lie on that, tummy down, listen to my meditation tracks, listen to my hypnobirthing, and just allow my tummy to really relax. It's sort of taking the place where at the moment I would be doing a lot of swimming at this kind of final leg of pregnancy. But it's been really, really wonderful. One of my favorite parts of getting body work done during pregnancy, sort of chiropractic work or reflexology, is being able to lie in their lovely maternity beds with the sort of the hole cut out for your tummy to go through, and being able to do a degree of that from home has been really, really wonderful. So I'll try and link that down below as well, but it's way too big for me to bring up here. So I'll try and maybe insert a little picture here if I can manage that. But that kind of rounds up all of my third trimester pregnancy favorites. You don't need any of these things. You don't by any means need to buy stuff to make you feel good when you are pregnant. But if you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, or you're feeling like you need to do something to sort of make yourself feel good at this point in pregnancy, some of these things I have found really, really helpful. A lot of them I already had before, and a lot of them I've actually sort of picked up here and there as pregnancy has gone on. So I hope you've really enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please do hit that little subscribe button down below and the notification bell. You don't want to miss any more of my videos. And over the next coming weeks, keep an eye out for a birth announcement. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to film the birth, or film maybe little snippets, or maybe film a birth sort of breakdown story afterwards. So if you aren't already following me on Instagram, do follow me over there, and I generally pop on every day at some point or other, and let me know whether that's something that you would be interested in seeing. I'll see you next time.